Good morning, creator. What a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I hope you're going to have a great weekend. And welcome to Odessa Rose Creates. I'm Robin Schmidt, and I'm an independent Couture designer, which means I'm going to share with you the love of Couture. It's a great DIY home decor company where we can create using their reusable silkscreen transfers. And so today we're going to do just that. Create a sign using a reusable silkscreen transfer and Chalkology paste. If you are interested in buying products that we are using today, especially by Couture, you can go to my website, chalkcouture.com/Odessa Rose, and check out all the wonderful transfers we have out there for you to create with. Sorry, I'm stepping on my cardboard. But today I talked about in my comment about color and how we're going to work with color today and why we're going to work with color. Because yesterday I was telling you how our refrigerator broke down upstairs in our main kitchen, and so we had to go buy a new refrigerator last night. And we were at this small town, but it's a huge store out in Nebraska, and they sell appliances, furniture, flooring, TVs, all that kind of stuff. So we got a refrigerator, and it was going to be closing. You know, it was in the evening. But I had to go and cruise the furniture mark area, and because I love interior design, and it was like, I'm going to call it a furniture graveyard, because everything from the walls to the flooring to every piece of furniture was gray or beige or brown. I didn't hardly see any color whatsoever. And we went to the back where they do all the custom furniture, and they have all the walls of fabric you can pick from. I was like a bug drawn to light. Like, I just wanted to go see all the pretty colors and patterns. But of course it was getting late and John was with me, so I had to steer away from all the beautiful fabrics. But man, I mean, throw some color out there, people. I feel like we're in a society where everything has to stay neutral, right? And whether you're talking gender or your politics or whatever, you have to stay neutral. So one thing we can do is put color in our home and color in our life, color on our clothing. But I mean, I'm all for neutrals, because I think those are done, if they're done right, they're really outstanding. Like if you have the contrast and the texture and all that. But man, all I was seeing was tombstones of furniture. Like every color of granite tombstone was out there. So it was just like bugging me. I'm like, oh, tomorrow I'm not going to make a neutral sign. I'm going to do something with color, because I missed it when I was there at that store. I mean, not even the throw pillows were colorful. It's just driving me crazy. So if you are a colorful person, put color or anything that has color emojis in the comments below. If you tend to stay more neutral, then just say neutral and put some neutral colors emojis in the comments below. But wow, it was just driving me nuts. Maybe it's just me, but I like to wear color. I like color in my home. And even I do a lot of blues and greens, and I keep it kind of neutral. It's not just neutral. I like some color. And thank gosh for the holidays, because then we can really put some color in our home, right? I'm going to see if I can find myself on here. I'm looking down here on my iPad. And where am I? It's not showing up. Let's see. I'm sure I'm on. I see people. There we go. All right. Yay. I see some color. Susan likes red. She's got the ladybug and the red rose. Yes. All right. Yeah. Throw some color emojis if you love color, or if you tend to stay neutral, put some neutral emojis in those comments. But today I had to put some color in my life, because I went to that furniture store and all I saw was a graveyard of gray couches, tan couches, brown couches. Not even white. I mean, maybe a dark beige, but man, it was driving me crazy. The walls were gray. The floors were all neutral. I mean, not even a throw rug that had color. Nothing. It was just driving me crazy. So today we're going to do collect beautiful memories, and we're going to put a little bit of color in this. And it is called Collect Beautiful Memories. It's a size C transfer. And we're going to put it on Couture's diagonal palette. Now this comes neutral, comes in gray. But I'm going to paint some color on it because I'm not going to have it, right? Plus, I usually paint these anyway. So, yeah, I think I'll set the box down. First, I'm going to throw some cardboard down so I don't get any paint on my work pad here. And scoochy down here a little bit. Make some room. And another fun thing to do is just put some, these are the colors we're going to work with. Look at these. I pulled out new color of Tulip and Shimmer Melon and Colonial Blue. I think Colonial Blue is the current color. I guess I didn't check. Let me just look at my old chart. Yep, Colonial Blue. Our new Pistachio and our Pesto Green. And I'm going to put some color on the board. I'm going to use a little bit of Fusion Minerals Park Bench Green as the undertone. And then on top of that, raw silk. So you can set your jars of paste under your board so it lifts it up. So you can paint it without it sticking to your cardboard. So that's a little trick I like to do. Okay, and so I'm going to put some green basically around the edges, and then when I put the raw silk color, I'm going to brush stroke it out, and you're still going to be able to see some of that green underneath it. So we're going to have 2 layers of underpaint. So who is saying hello this morning? Go Huskers, sorry to hear about your fridge. Yep, we just went and bought a new one. We didn't even bother with, you know, it's like 11 or 12 years old, so just went and got a new one. Not coming till Thursday though, so, but we have a big refrigerator down here in our kitchenette down here in the basement, so we're just using that for now. The sales lady was like, what are you doing for a refrigerator? She was really concerned, and he said, oh, you know, we have a second refrigerator. I think most people, at least in a house, has a backup refrigerator. Maybe not, like one in your garage, or maybe I'm just dreaming that, but it's always a good idea to have a backup refrigerator, I think, if you can have a space for it. All right. Say hello. Remember, if you are a color person, put some color emojis in your comment. If you like neutrals, say neutral or put neutrals in. But neutrals are great. You just gotta decorate with texture and contrast. But I wasn't seeing any of that at that furniture store, and it was just driving me crazy. So I'm going to paint green around the perimeter. This is called Park Bench Green. It's kind of just going to be my undertone for my raw silk color that's going on top, which is a creamy white color. And yes, you can put neutrals in with your color, but just getting that side so I can set this down on top of my jars. All right, so does anybody have any great plans for the weekend? My husband is on call and is working, so we don't have any plans. I probably will be chalking. And I got laundry to do and all that fun stuff. So if you're just joining, we're going to do Collect Beautiful Memories today. This is Couture's palette board that comes in a gray tone that I'm going to paint over real quick. We'll dry it with the heat gun so it doesn't take long to dry. I'm just going to go ahead and just, and then I'm going to put white on top of this, kind of an off-white on top of this. So the gray, or the green is just kind of an undertow color, and you're going to be able to see it on the sides and around the edges when we're done. But yeah, I just had to bring some color into my life today. All right, done with that. Throw that in the glass of water, and then we'll dry this. The trick is always getting these lids on straight. Okay, let's dry. Let's see what everybody's saying. What kind of paint is that? This is Fusion mineral paint. They have a website, fusionmineralpaint.com. You can find a dealer near you. It has a built-in primer and sealer in it, both. I got green paint on my screen. All right, pink, coral, red, blues, and greens. Yes, love that, Linda. All the good colors. What was the watermelon transfer you used recently? I haven't used a watermelon transfer recently, but I have a video. It was, I think it might have been a Club Couture transfer last year. So it was Sweet Summer, and it was a watermelon slice. If that's what you're talking about. I think that was a Club Couture. It would be, if you not available to purchase. That was a great transfer. Great transfer. Still have it. I might bring something back. A watermelon would be really pretty on this color. This is like the color of a watermelon. It's green. Alright, Darla. Yep. I don't see a lot of color in my comments. If you love color, put some color emojis in the comments. Brighten up my comment feed here. By color. Let's get this dried. Some thicker areas of paint. I'm just gonna smooth out with my finger. Get this dried up. There we go, Darla. She's throwing me some fruit. Oranges and purple grapes and apples of red and green. All right. Love it. Even if you're a neutral person, you could find some neutral emojis. Smearing the paint that's on the under edge smooth. Alright, I think we're about getting there. tell me what your weekend plans are. I hope you have something exciting. I don't have anything exciting going on. My husband's working. So, getting that paint off my fingers. Let's throw on some raw silk. And I'm going to use, so that we have a little bit of brush stroke left. I'm not going to paint it solid. We're going to see some of that green around the edges and on the ends. So if you're just joining, I was talking about how we had to go buy a refrigerator last night for our kitchen because ours went kaput. And we're at this big, it's a small town in Nebraska, but they have a huge, huge store of appliances and furniture, flooring, all the good stuff. You can even order custom furniture from some great companies. So, but all the furniture on the floors was neutral. Even the floor, like no color in rugs or throw pillows, nothing. Everything was grays and browns and creams. Not even really cream, just beige, tan. And I felt like it was a graveyard. It was just lacking some color. But back where you can order furniture, you know, they have all those walls of fabric. And I was like drawn like a bug to light, wanting to go look at that fabric because I love fabrics and all that stuff. But it was getting close to closing time and John was with me and he would have been bored. But anyway, I had to put some color in my design today. I just kept thinking about that. I hope people are not living in the neutral world. And if you do live in neutrals, it's done well if you have texture and contrast of a white or off-white to a deep color. Use some browns. It's all good, but wow. This place had gray walls, dark flooring, dark furniture. It was depressing. As far as furniture goes. But we got a good deal on our refrigerator, so we were happy about that. Okay, so you can see where I'm kind of leaving it brush stroke type on the ends. Probably dry this a little bit and then actually put another coat on just to make it a little bit more solid. So, and then we're going to work in some colors with this. Collect beautiful memories. This may not go in anybody's home, but I'm just going to work with color today. I'm putting this up here because it keeps hitting my cardboard. It's noisy. There's some rainbows. Christina, thanks for the color. She's a color girl. Yay. A great designer on TV that works with color is Erin from my hometown. Erin Napier, Erin and Ben. She loves color. Sorry you having to watch paint dry, but I had to do it, so you just as well come on and hang out with me. Tell me what you're doing this weekend. I hope something fun. Can you believe it's May? May Day's tomorrow. When you were young, and maybe you still do it, did you do May Day baskets? That was so fun. Even when I was a kid, or especially with my kids, because we lived in town, so you could go to more people's houses and give made baskets. But we made some fun made baskets back in the day. Always looks better with a second coat. I'm frozen? Oh no. Let's hope it comes back. There we are. We're back, I think. So it froze, but I think we're back, hopefully. We're talking about May Day baskets. If you did May Day baskets when you were young, or with your kids, or maybe you still do them. Kind of like the sign, it says collect beautiful memories. That was a beautiful memory, having May Day baskets. Giving and receiving May Day baskets. So yeah, I like to use this Fusion mineral paint. The store where I sell my designs at, and I do some retail at, she sells Fusion mineral paint. And if you can't find a dealer near you, she could probably ship some to you. You just have to pay for shipping. If you can't find it anywhere, you can shoot me a message and I'll connect you with her. But if you go to fusionmineralpaint.com, you will find the nearest dealer near you. Okay, so I think we got this on pretty good. I'm going to dry this and then we'll put our transfer on. So we're working with green and this off-white for our background. You've never heard of May Day baskets? Well, on May Day, the children, it's basically for children, would make little May Day baskets. And they may be, there's a variety of ways. Google May Day baskets. Sometimes they're just a cup. Nowadays, like a solo cup or a styrofoam cup. But you can make a May Day basket out of paper, like a paper cone. Put a little handle on it. And you put little treats or popcorn, candies. It was always fun to go out and find violets in the grass. Put some violets or dandelions. The kids would stick flowers in them. And then you would go to your friend's house or neighbors. And even if they weren't kids, you might just put them on their door, hang them on their door, put them by their doorstep, and you would knock on their door and leave because you didn't want them to see you. It was always a surprise to get a May Day basket treat. So it's always kind of fun to be sneaky and try to go around and not anybody see that you were leaving May Day baskets. So it's just a little fun little treat. I should make some up for my grands and take them to their house. That would be fun. Hi, Chris. Good morning, Talisa. Anybody else do May Day baskets? Yes, the reruns of My Hometown with Aaron and Ben. Those are great. They got new shows out too, so. All right, we're getting this nice and dry. It doesn't take long with a good heat gun. Okay, so since this paint isn't really cured yet, even though it has a built-in sealer, but it's not necessarily cured, it's dry, but it's not cured, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of wax on it before I stick my sticker of the transfer on it, just in case it would pull up some paint because it's not cured yet. So we're going to do that. But just give me a second, I got to blow my nose because I sound like I'm plugged up. Maybe I am just getting plugged up. I don't know. It's driving me crazy. Okay, so I think I will actually do a little bit of the dark wax on this. This is a stained wax by Minwax called Special Dark. They have a natural one or a stained one, and I just get this at my home center, hardware store, wherever. Now this will, the dark stain will darken this a little bit, but it'll also, in our diagonal boards, you see them here? These cracks, it'll even put a little bit of darkness in the cracks to make it look more old and aged, which is kind of cool. Look at that, I got paint. Didn't get all my paint off of the tray down here. This is what I'm talking about, not being dried and cured. Okay, so I'm going to take my rag, make sure I don't have any wet paint on it, and I'm just going to smear that in. And you're going to see where that darkness goes into those cracks. And when this gets really dried really well, I'll probably put the wax all over the whole sides and everything. But as you can see, I already touched wet paint down here. So I'm going to wait till it dries really well. But I want this to be underneath my chalk silk screen print, and it also is going to help release that transfer off easier, having a little bit of wax on it. And I will probably, since I'm distressing this a little bit with the dark antiquing, I'll probably end up sanding the edges down too, and go ahead and just distressing out the whole sign. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can pick it up so you can see how it's darkened it. Put a little bit of the darkness in between the boards, right? So now I'm gonna take my paste. I had that sitting on my paste jars so I'd lift the paint up off the cardboard so it could not stick to the cardboard. But I'm still finding wet paint on my edges here. Get it all off. I didn't dry the edges very well in a hurry. So let's get this cleaned up. And then we'll be ready for our transfer. And we're going to use color today. Just because of my furniture graveyard story. I'm also going to lay my towel on here so I can fuzz my transfer a little bit. Brand new one. Collect beautiful memories. I'm going to collect memories. I'm collecting the memories of Mayday baskets in my mind right now. I can't believe some of you We did May Day baskets. Thanks, Linda. Usually made paper cones with the handle filled with candy and flowers. Whoops. And put on our friends' porches and rang the doorbell and run, right? Maybe it is a Midwest thing. Maybe it is. That was fun. One year we had, when the kids were little, there was lots of other little kids that were our friends. And I made tie-dyed socks from baby ones all the way up to, you know, grade school age. And we put tie-dyed socks in their May Day baskets. That was fun. All right, so I'm just fuzzing this a little bit. I'm gonna put this on here. If you're working on a surface that has a hanger on the back, make sure you got the hanger on the top side. And of course, this board fits our transfers perfectly. So just gotta set it right there in the middle. Smooth it out. So I'm gonna kind of do a messy technique on the greenery going around with the two greens. I have pesto and pistachio, and then a little bit of colonial blue. To me this almost is evergreenish, like, not really because it's got these leaves, but I'm gonna put blue where the berries are and do the greens, mix the greens where the greens are. I'm not gonna spend time and try to do each leaf. I'm just kind of going to do a messy technique. But I am going to splash some blue on top of the, look like berries. And I forgot to prep my chalk paste before. This one's pretty dry. I don't use blue a lot. I mean, I should take that back because I don't use a lot of blue chalk paste a lot, I feel like. Other than back here, I did, but. Sorry, I wished I would have done this ahead of time. But this is one of the old paste formulas that still need to be hydrated. But as you can see, I have a lot of it, so I'm going to continue using it. Just needs a lot of water. I want all new. I know. Someday. I'm just kind of replacing them as I need them. I have lots of colors, previous colors, and you know, they're still good as long as you don't let them dry out, which has happened. But here we go. So good news, if you were once a Couture designer and you left the company for some reason, and maybe you're thinking about coming back, you can come back for only $19.99. Just pay the monthly fee and you're back in biz. And of course, you don't have to work the business as a Couture designer. Maybe you just want to craft for yourself and for others. But you also can buy the kit, which is going to have 5 jars of Dreamy Formula in transfers. And of course, that's a really good deal. That's better than our regular discount getting the kit. So you can buy the kit. So if you were a designer at one time and you want to come back in, and if it's been over 6 months since you left the company, you can come back under another person. So if you'd like to come back, say like, you know, under me, that would be great. I'd love to have you on my team. All right, this is looking good now. So I'm going to get these others ready. So probably going to do all the floral area and then just lift it up, dry it, and then I'll do the wording. Okay. So we have pistachio and pesto and colonial blue. And I'm just going to put that colonial blue around the berries, but I'm still going to do a messy technique with all of this. So it's going to be kind of swirly with colors. I'm just going to do the lower half here first, and then the upper half. And let's grab a couple squeegees here. Dab on some greens. I gotta make sure I don't do this one because that's part of the M, and that's going to be in the other colors. Let's see what this looks like. I haven't done a messy technique in a while. Usually I like to just kind of go S-curve it like this. And it just kind of swirls the colors as you go. Just make sure you get all the silk screen areas filled in. Trying to make sure I didn't miss any when I was making my S's. Looks pretty good. Now you could just, since this is kind of a messy color, I'm just going to wipe it all off. And I'm going to scrape down. And that's when you can really tell if you missed some silk screen. Okay. So let's see what this is going to look like. I'm going to lift this up. I think I got paste everywhere. And then we'll do the top half and the sides. So I hope you can see that. It's really pretty. Really pretty. Now lay that back down. We'll do the rest of the leaves and berries, and then we're going to take the whole thing off, dry it really well, then I'll line it back up and lay it down and do all the words. So back to our blueberries. Just putting some of that blue paste on the berry part. And even if it gets a little bit on the leaves, that's okay. Okay, I think I got them all. And we'll go back to greens. I'm just dabbing it on. This is the pistachio. Okay. And I'm going to take the pesto, same thing, just put some of that in there. Oops, I forgot this leaf down here. Okay. That's pretty good. Take this squeegee now and just squeegee it over the silk screens. Get it all nice and smooth. said, I kind of like to do S shapes as I go down. Cross it over. And that's going to kind of give you a marble effect of the colors. Now you can just skim it down. Because you want a nice thin print on your silk screen. You don't want it to be thick. So that's why we skim it down. Usually we put that paste back in our jars, but this is kind of all mixed in colors now, so I'm just going to throw it on this towel to throw away. Okay, so let's take all this off, this whole transfer. I'm just going to lay it over here. I'm going to dry this really well, and then I'll place it back down where it was, and we'll put the other colors on. Now it really turned out pretty. I hope you like it with the green on the sides. Pretty neat. I like that. And we are done with these greens. So I'm going to go ahead and close these up. And then we're going to work with Tulip and Shimmer Melon and Tulip for our lettering. Put some water in there, keep it a little more hydrated. Okay, so let's dry. Yeah, it's gonna be neat. The green really makes a neat frame, like Mary Carol. I always think I'm saying that wrong. Is saying. And so there's 3 shades of green. You got your green of your paint, and then the 2 greens in your leaves, and it still looks really sharp. And then the blue ties those greens together, because Park Bench is kind of a blue-green. So adding that blueberry kind of ties those greens together. To be really, really safe, you probably do your lettering in blues and greens. But I'm going to throw in that tulip color and melon color, because I'm all about color today. I'm going to dry this up. Allergies are driving me nuts. All right, so here we have it, right? I'm gonna lay it back down, put our sentiment on, collect beautiful memories. Just need to line up our greenery to where it was, so we get everything in the right place. Somewhere in there. And press it down. I'm going to put the word beautiful in that shimmer melon, and then tulip in the rest of the words. So I'm getting my air pockets pushed out. So we have a nice crisp print. We want to make sure it's pressed down and no air pockets. All right, so tulip, and Now these are our new formulas, so they are almost like you don't even need to mix them up. They're just ready to go, which is fantastic. They're just dreamy and creamy. So I'm so glad they improved all that for us. So let's do, I'm gonna do the beautiful and the shimmer first, because shimmer takes a little longer to dry. So that allows me a little bit more time to work with the other colors. And we'll do the two lines in that color too. We have a little unevenness of the diagonal boards right here on this particular seam. So hopefully we'll still make a pretty good print with that. Sometimes when your surface is unlevel, it's not all smooth, you can have a little bit of a bleed through, but sometimes that's the charm of it too, especially on these old diagonal. Call them old, but once we distress it, it looks old. So I'm working in that shimmer paste. With the shimmers, it's good to do it in all directions to get that glitter down in that silk screen. So kind of go up and down, left to right, working those shimmers in. Beautiful color for the word beautiful. All right, let's move on to Tulip. I'm gonna try a small squeegee, see if I can get stuff done faster. Sometimes I get so used to using the minis that I forget I can go up a size. And our dreamy formulas take longer to dry than our original formulas. So you can take your time, more time, just a little bit, without having to worry about that paste drying in your silk screen. Okay. All right, we're just about done here. So making sure every little piece of this word is covered of the lettering. Looks good. Oops, a little bit right there. There we go. And there. All right, guys. Let's lift this baby up. See if I like the color on it. The leaves and berries turned out beautiful. There. I think this would be pretty on a sun porch or a sunroom. fun. Oh, color. You gotta love color, right? So pretty. Let's dry it before I mess it up. I don't know if I will sand the edges. I'm kind of liking it like this. Really pretty. Throw me some hearts if you love the color. Yay! I've been doing a lot of neutrals, I feel like, lately, so I gotta throw some color in my life. And if you're just joining, I told the story about the furniture place that had all neutrals, no color on their throw rugs, no color on their pillows. All the furniture was neutral. The walls were gray, the floors were grays and browns, and it kind of depressed me. Like, let's put some color in our life. So, go out and collect beautiful memories this spring. And there. It's fun, just fun. And yes, it would have been pretty just doing some blues or even just black in the middle, but wow. When you got beautiful in there, you got to throw some beautiful color on it. So, there we go, guys. There's my design for the day. I was talking about distressing it, but I don't think I will. I think I like it bright and bold, so I'm going to leave it as is. And I know you're going to ask if I'm going to seal it. You know, you don't have to seal. This chalk paste is going to dry hard. But you can seal with a natural wax, a clear wax, or even spray a spray sealer on it if you so desire. But remember, you don't have to necessarily seal your chalk unless maybe you're going to put it outside and you want it, you know, to last a little bit longer. You know, you could put some outdoor sealer on it. Spray. Don't brush any. But yeah. I hope you all have a great weekend. It looks perfect just like that. Thanks, Jenny. Thanks, Karen. Looks great. Love the new transfer. Thank you, thank you. It is a pretty one. Thanks. So I'm going to photograph it, and it always looks better when it's photographed versus here. But yeah, have a great weekend. In fact, since I'm going to be here tomorrow, I think, unless my kids come over, maybe I'll come on a Saturday morning and do some more chalking with you. So have a great one, and I'll chalk with you later. Bye.